Yo, what's up guys? This is Daikin signing here, ready to bring some more Genshin Impact news, and today we're going to be talking about the shop reset that just happened not too long ago. So for the people who don't know, the shop did reset. We have Barber and Kaya in here along with the Royal set again. So I want to tell you, what you should be doing inside the shop. Should you be investing in anything in the shop at the moment, or should you wait until later versions of the game? So right off the bat, we're going to start off with the Stardust shop. Of course, you should pick these up every single time. The Intertwined Fates and the Acquainted Fates. You get 5 of these, which I would just go ahead and get these right now. You should always, if you don't get anything else, at least get these. These are like your safe bets. Obviously, those are some free rolls you can get just for, of course, doing other rolls. You get this, like, basically refund. Then you have the starter glitter system, of course. So there are the royal weapons in here. The other weapons went away. Talking about the royal weapons, so they're going to have attack percent on them. All of them are going to have that, as you see. Attack percent. These are going to be the secondary substat for you, the attack percent. Now the actual skill is upon damaging an opponent, increase crit rate by 8%, max 5 stats, a crit hit removes all stacks. Now, can you go for these? You can, but the refined weapons are already strong enough. I would definitely just recommend waiting to see if we're going to be getting something better, especially in later versions of the game. Course 1.2 coming up, we may be seeing some, newer weapons and stuff like that inside the shop. Hopefully, we start seeing some of that. So I will hold off for now. The crit buff is okay, but once you use it, it goes away. If you're already inside the game, you're doing pretty well, then you can already start getting some pretty decent crit rate stats to try to like mitigate that anyway. But I really don't think is all that. The weapon skill itself isn't really like giving you extra damage bonus. It's literally just upping your crit rate, which you can find within a substat already. So you're still just missing out on that extra bonus that could be there if you already have really good substats and you're min-maxing your gear effectively. So I don't really think this is like something that's like groundbreaking. That's why I really never picked it up. And like I said, we may be getting some new stuff in later versions of the game, so probably just hold off on the weapons is my personal opinion of what I think you should be doing and what I would definitely be doing. Now for the characters themselves, we have Barber here and Kaya. As you see, I already got Barber maxed out from the last time we got her. Now when it comes to getting these characters, it's not that bad. If we take a look at the characters themselves, we look at the constellations. Now if you've been playing the game since the beginning, then you should already have 2 Barbers at your disposal. One Barber we got for free, and the other one they gave us for free at a later date as well. So at the very least, you should have Gleeful Songs if you have both Barbers. So if you decide to get the second Barber, that's actually not bad, because this is going to reduce the cooldown of Let the Show Begin by 15%, as you can see right here. And during the activation, the character gains 15% damage bonus. So during the ability duration, your active character gains that 50% damage bonus. So if you're running this character and you're like running, I don't know, like say if you're running Mona or something with her, then you're going to get 15% more hydro damage for your Mona or whatever, because she's within the active circle. Also, making sure that this Let the Show Begin actually gets that cooldown reduction is not that not that bad, because 32 seconds is pretty long. So 15% less on that is pretty good for a constellation. Now I know a lot of people aren't too fond of Kaya, but the first constellation of Kaya I think is very strong. This is just innately going to give him a crit rate percent of 15% when enemies are affected by cryo. Another thing to remember when you're using that is the element resonance chart. So if you're going to be utilizing that, if you want to buff that more, if you have 2 cryo units on your team, if you're somehow running a party with this, then this could be beneficial for your teams if you're running that, because affected by electro, 40% less time for that also is something you get, but increased crit rate against enemies that are frozen or affected by cryo by 15%. So he automatically is going to increase his crit rate by 15%. And then if you have a second ally that is also cryo, like I said, once again, if you're utilizing this team, then maybe something you want to consider, you're going to get an additional 15% crit rate for Kaya. This is going to be very strong for when you're using his Q, his ultimate. Very strong in that aspect. You're going to be hitting a lot of crits with every single passing of the icicles, so that's something you want to keep in mind too. So I think both of the constellations are pretty good. Once again, the Kaya one's a little bit more specific to like the team that you're using, but if you already have the Barber ones, the Barber may not be a bad idea to pick up, is what I'm stating for that. So yeah guys, like I was saying, this overall refresh is okay. The royal weapons I'm not too big of a fan of, but obviously everyone could pretty much use a Barber. I mean, it's just an overall great healer. and everybody can use a healer in their team. Having more Constellation Owner, especially if you already got the 2 that I mentioned, you can pick that up. That will be okay. For the Kaya one, like I said, a little bit more specific, but it's a great addition to have for the Constellation Realm. That crit bonus is actually really good. I know a lot of people, some people actually run that with the actual Harbinger weapon, because they just pretty much use Kaya for his E skill for the short cooldown and swap him in for like his ult, basically use him like an ult bot. But having that access to that extra crit potential on top of that with the weapon, he's not there for damage, he's just there to basically get the elemental reactions along with crits with it. Then that's what some of the people be using him for. So I see that as well, even though it's a 3-star weapon, that can help him out. So if you're running something like that, that's something you may consider as well. Anyway, just a quick video, guys. I want to talk about the shop, talk about things you could potentially be thinking about for is what you should get and stuff like that. If you like anything I had to say today, drop me a like, I greatly appreciate it. And if you will hear more from me, follow my socials. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know the next video goes live. As always, my name is Daikin, and I'll see y'all next time. Signing out.